Hello and welcome to Picturesology. Today we are going to talk about one of the very interesting and intriguing placement, and that is Saturn in its own sign of Capricorn. And I said interesting and intriguing because although Saturn is in its own sign, yet this placement can have many wonderful and great as well as not so great repercussions in your life. And apart from discussing all the good and bads of this placement, we will also talk about a feature which is related to your marriage life, which has been discussed in almost all the classics but is not so much well known. So let's start our exploration. So Capricorn is the sign ruled by Saturn himself, and it is an active sign with earth element. In fact, Capricorn in Vedic astrology is known as the Adi Bhotik sign, which literally means that this sign represents the peak of physical accomplishments. See, earth signs are most concerned with success in this material world, in the world in which you can see things, touch and feel things. Earthy signs are not philosophical signs. Also, if you've seen my videos about the hierarchy of the elements or the order in which elements came into existence, you will find that earth is the final or last element. And earthly success which is visible in this world, which relates to your business, your work environment, earning money, getting name and fame, those are of utmost importance when it comes to the sign of Capricorn. In fact, Vedic astrology also says that whenever the sign of Capricorn is really strongly placed in your horoscope, the person is actually born to improve his physical stature in this world. And Saturn, one of the primary karaka of Saturn is also work life or services you render in this world. So when Saturn is placed in Capricorn, in whatever house it is placed, depending upon that, the field of work and the way it comes out in your life may be different, but work life in improving financial conditions, business and physical activities play a very prominent role in such people's life. And as we saw in the beginning, that it is Saturn's own sign, and own sign brings out both the good as well as bad qualities. It's like saying it was the best of the times and it was the worst of the times. So not only that Saturn in Capricorn shows a strong tendency and also eventual success in your work life, but it also shows anxiety and some kind of fear when it comes to your material condition. People with this placement seems to be kind of uptight about what is happening in their work life. It doesn't matter whether the work life is going good or going bad. There will always be an enormous amount of attention in this area. Now it is also said that when Saturn is especially placed in this active sign of Capricorn, whatever may be your financial condition at the time of your birth, or whatever may be the business condition at the time of your birth, as your life progresses, and especially when Saturn matures, that is after 36 years, then the position in your life steadily grows up, and these people invariably end up leaving their family, leaving their loved ones in a far better financial position than whatever it was at the time of birth. That is because this is again known as the Adi Bhotik sign. Now another very important aspect in terms of personality of these people is that Saturn represents discipline. Saturn represents your management of small day-to-day activities, and when Saturn is in Capricorn, it is obviously strong, and thus these people can have really strong opinion and strong ways of doing things. They could almost be uncompromising and rigid in their ways of doing day-to-day things. And so it's a little strange way in which Saturn in Capricorn manifests, because it does give discipline, it does give a strong sense of managing things right. They would like to keep their surroundings, their room, etc. clean, but they could be at the same time quite rigid. They may not be very accommodative in simple things. And another minute thing related to Saturn and Capricorn is that Saturn as well as Capricorn, they both represents old things. Strong Saturn gives you good discipline, yes, but at the same time Saturn also shows things which are outdated, and Capricorn at the same time have some of those features. So say if you have Saturn in Capricorn in say your 4th house, then people with this placement might have tendency to hoard old things in their home. They might even keep old clothes and old stuff which are no longer of use, and thus ending up creating a lot of clutter in their home. But again, the strange thing is, because Saturn gives discipline, they may be able to find things out of this clutter very easily, okay? They may know their own clutter well, but it becomes very difficult for them to get rid of old and unused and unwanted things. And especially some placements of this Saturn in Capricorn, say like Saturn in 4th house, when placed in Capricorn, definitely gives these tendencies. And this is can be used as a very good remedial measures as well. If you have Saturn in Capricorn, please see that you don't get overly attached to old things, especially things which are no longer useful, and you don't hoard them or clutter them in your home. One of the very good things and one of the very good remedy for this placement is, if you can, please give it away, give it to some kind of charity or some kind of child care or to any goodwill organization or any of the charity, instead of just hoarding old things. Now another aspect of that interesting and intriguing Saturn is that if say this Saturn is little bit afflicted in places say 3rd house, then, and 3rd house among other things also shows your dressing sense, the kind of clothing you wear or the kind of makeup you might put up. So if say Saturn is in the 3rd house in Capricorn and afflicted, so yeah, there will be disciplinary tendencies in some aspect of your life, but you may be absolutely callous when it comes to say your dressing sense. You may simply wear anything or be just almost unattached to your appearance, how you appear in public life, because 3rd house, as I said, is among other things shows how you dress up. An afflicted Saturn in Capricorn can give some strange or like a complete indifference towards some aspects like dressing sense. However, even in those cases, especially after 36 years of life, you can probably find a big transformation about things or about the house in which Saturn is placed, because as Saturn matures, your ability to deal with any weakness which may be caused by placement of Saturn improves greatly. But one great thing about this placement of Saturn in Capricorn is that a strong Saturn gives a very good base, a very good inherent tendency to be able to work hard and persevere for long time. And in a chart, when 10th house and the 1st house, the ascendant, are well placed, these abilities which are provided by Saturn and Capricorn can make you really primed for success in different areas of life. Because the primary basis of success, at least in the physical world, is the strong hard work and a great temperament to keep on going. And therefore this Saturn in Capricorn is found to be in horoscopes of very successful people, especially when the 1st and 10th house are strong. So say if you have Mars very strongly placed along with Saturn, then invariably it represents working in big businesses or working among machineries. Similarly, when Mercury and Venus are very strong, then this combination is also found in many artists, and needless to say, almost workaholic artists. Now before we conclude, let's come to the point about marriage which I was referring to in the beginning of the video. That most of the classics invariably say that when Saturn is placed in Capricorn, it gives gains from women, especially spouse, or some kind of acquisition of land or inheritance. Please let me know your experience with this, and we can definitely discuss the reasons in the comments. Also, if you want to know Saturn in Capricorn for a particular ascendant, please do check my videos on this series. I think I've made all 12 videos of Saturn in Capricorn for different ascendants, which can give much detailed or much deeper insights and detailed interpretation of Saturn in Capricorn. And also please do like and subscribe to my channel to continue to get updates like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.